Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next season of the 100. This is season number 3, episode number 1, titled Wanheda Part 1. Or Wanheda. Basically, new season, clean slate, I'm assuming. So, if any of you guys are wondering, season 2 kind of ended kind of interestingly for me. And I don't want you guys to think I'm just like, oh my god, he's going into season 3 already ready to hate it. Not true. I'm actually very interested because when I was editing the last episode, I kind of put something together in my brain because I didn't connect it at first. Because when I was editing, I think I edited it in the way that when Murphy was in the bunker and he saw the video about the dude saying, I underestimated her, basically implying her. And to me, I was like, oh, he's probably talking about Alexa, kind of like what Cage said he like underestimated them. So I was like, oh, okay, they probably underestimated Alexa. Because it wouldn't make sense if he said he underestimated Clark. That wouldn't make sense. So I was like, okay, it's probably Alexa. I didn't think of anything of it. But then it cuts to, and this is where it should have been obvious, but it was in my brain, but I don't think I translated it into the video, into the edited video, that is. When he cuts from that to the introduction of Allie. Now, we find out early on that Allie is a hologram, artificial intelligence. Basically, she's in this mansion that's just completely controlled by AI. There's like drones buzzing around. You know what I'm saying? So she's like in full control here. And I don't know why I didn't catch onto it at first, but I definitely caught onto it during editing. I was like, oh my god, he's talking about Allie. Now, I'm going to assume Allie is supposed to be like some sort of cute little, what do you call it? Like an anagram or something like that, where each letter stands for something. So I'm assuming Allie is like ALY or AL. Maybe it'll be cute, almost like Wally. It'll be like AL-E. It's like Al E. Maybe that'll be it. But it'll probably stand for artificial something Earth or something. I don't know. But I'm assuming the dude is talking about this technology that got hold of the launch codes and is basically responsible for the destruction of Earth. That's what I'm guessing. So now, when I put that together, now that becomes the most interesting thing going into this season. Because when I ended the last season, I may have made it sound like I wasn't interested in that, or I'm like, not completely sold on it. Now I am. Because that seems to be the most interesting bit of it, because it's very sci-fi-ish, and I'm wondering how they're going to approach this concept, because the idea of having machines or technology or whatever taking over and like basically being the destruction of mankind, humankind, whatever you want to call it, that's not new. So I'm interested to see what direction or how they're going to tell this story. And who Allie is, what is Allie, who created Allie. Because the dude in the video, I'm assuming he's the creator of Allie. And he lost control, like he was saying, oh my god, I lost control. Then he shoots himself in the heart, which is a little over dramatic. Well, whatever, I'll let it slide. If it wanted to be more realistic, because no one shoots themselves in the heart, right? They would do like this, or, for dramatic's sake. But in the heart, I don't know, that's weird. But I'm interested to see where we go with that. As far as everything else goes, it seems like everything's kind of like wiped clean. The Mountain Men, I don't know if we'll ever get back to that. I know Emerson escaped. I know Lex is still out there. Maybe Clark's going to want revenge. Or maybe she's going to join up with Lexa, feeling like ostracized from her own group, saying that she rescued them, but realizes that they need to be on their own. And maybe Clark joins Lexa and becomes a grounder. That'd be kind of cool, maybe. I mean, she already kind of fits the role, I guess. She kind of has that savage nature. And if Clark actually does kind of switch sides, that would make her character a little bit more interesting, because I don't think there's much more she can actually do with the Arkers. And I'm not saying that trying to be a hater or anything. I'm just saying she's like stretched thin over there. Like, what else can she possibly do? And I'm not, as far as the mom goes, there's still the Chancellor situation. Everything seems to be like okay. Like they rescued their people. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's not many cliffhangers in regards to that. I mean, we did lose some people along the way, but it appears like it doesn't really matter unless we're really gonna like dive into Jasper wanting revenge on Clark, or you know what I'm saying. But then it's just gonna be like a web of like revenge. I'm gonna stab you in the back because you did this to me, and I'm gonna get you, and I don't know. But we'll see what happens there. But I did do a little bit of research before going into this, and I found it a little bit interesting. And I'll probably get into it more in the post-show discussion. But I kind of wanted to know the kind of landscape of the audience at the time, and I noticed, interestingly enough, that the final episode of season 2 had 1.34 million people watching, and the season 3 premiere had 1.88 million people watching, which means people were really interested in seeing what season 3 had to offer. And actually, that makes me pretty excited, because if that's the case, I need to know what's happening here. Because I've heard season 2 is the best, but I've heard that the later seasons are the best. Who knows? We're just going to hop in and have a good time. I'm actually very eager to hop into this because I need to know how this starts. So, enough of that. Let's stop talking. Let's hop into this episode. But before we do, I want to remind you guys that I do have Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. There you can find full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to multiple weeks ahead reaction videos. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share it with your friends. It helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, let's stop talking. Let's hop into this episode and have a good time and talk about it immediately afterwards. Until then, let's do it, guys. All right, guys, here we go. And move the camera. Chris?
Chris!
Oh, the video's still going.
It wasn't China. The stupid son of a bitch let Allie out. Help me. Unless we want to share this place with a corpse, we need to get him outside.
Hello, Becca. My core command is to make life better, to make life better. Too many people.
I like how he grows facial hair, but his regular hair doesn't really grow. Thought he'd have like long hair. He'd have that grungy look, maybe. Why did it open right now? Who's here? Is it Jaha? That's like leading him to the mansion, maybe?
John. There you are. Welcome.
Did he not look for you for like 3 months?
We have so much to talk about.
Explain, explain.
The city of light is real.
You left me there.
The city of light is real, so this is the city of light. Is that what he's saying? This is kind of funny. I'm into it so far, guys, so this could wind up being my favorite season. Okay.
He had me, but he was too aggressive. Whatever you say, Council wants you to have that. This is our home now, Lincoln. We fought for it.
Interesting.
In New York, the uniform meant something different. Down here, it means what we make it mean, together.
This is interesting because I kind of like this setup right now. I may actually like Lincoln this season too. That's so weird.
Bellamy, there hasn't been an attack since Mount Weather. It's 3 months. This is real peace. Try not to screw that up.
Oh, God. What is he gonna do? I don't want to say it, but is he gonna meet up with Clark, and that's how the events of season 3 are gonna play out? I don't want to hate. I'm just saying. As Geta?
Maybe she's in Sector 7.
We could send out another search party.
They're looking for Clark.
They wouldn't find her.
She's gonna reappear just in time for season premiere.
I have patience to see.
What should we do?
We should leave him this time.
He's not getting better.
What is he doing?
Come on.
This is Jasper? He cut his hair?
Easy run.
I hate that place.
Who are you? Who? What? What? Who?
You said your mom used to read this too.
Thanks.
My God.
Take it easy.
Good morning to you too.
And here I thought we were gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. So far, so good. No new characters I need to, like, worry about. They give Bellamy a girl, huh? I don't know how to feel about that, but okay. We'll see what she has to offer. If nothing, I'm going to be very honest about it.
Sorry. Was that too cold?
Holy shit, Jasper looks pretty cool. He looks cool.
Done for you. Not till you're sober.
I like this.
Let's do
It's
this.
pretty awesome. I like this.
Be safe.
If that's all she's there for, I don't care about that. Arcadia? I just gave up on Kamjaha. What?
Tracking beacon from the Ark.
Who is it?
Farm station. Sector 8. Science Nation.
What about it? Protocol says we go home.
Screw protocol.
Did Jaha shave him?
Thelonious isn't here, John.
What?
He's in the City of Light.
Let us explain.
That's a good idea.
I can show you.
Okay, you do know she's the one who launched the bombs that ended the world, right?
She didn't end the world. She saved it.
I'm so out of here.
He'll come around.
Stay look for Wanheda.
They think we're looking for Wanheda.
Wanheda.
No.
It's probably a place.
This belongs to us.
Wanheda! Cop run!
What?
You're voting dishonesty with yours?
Oh, damn. Yo, why is Jasper even brought on missions? Seems mad reckless, yo.
What the hell were you thinking?
We got the beacon, didn't we? Monty, you're with me. Let's go. Okay.
This is pretty cool.
Sir, before you say anything, there was a good reason. We'll deal with that later. This is about Clark.
She's being hunted
By who?
by everyone.
Oh, look at that. Pretty kitty. Oh, damn. Interesting. Yo, Clark needed like a big change like this. I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of digging the hair too.
What's Dragon? What time you come up? Just past time I know to go not. As you know, say Satra.
What is that? Oh, it's the tracker. Why does she have that?
What happened?
Police Nation.
More specifically, Jasper's an unhinged, reckless jackass.
Osoko.
Why is Octavia being like this? I'm shocked.
You can't get down, can you?
Aww, this makes me feel bad. Aw, I'll help you. Raven.
Thanks. I'm good.
People say I sim for Raven in the comments. Fuck yeah, I do.
It's a bounty. Clark's a symbol. She's known as Wanheda, the commander of death.
Oh, Clark is Wanheda. You know what? If Clark is the villain this season, I might be into that.
What Clark did at Mount Weather weakened her. The Ice Nation is emboldened. Their queen wants Clark's power.
So the Ice Queen is the problem.
Talaya pasta disan.
You gotta send me the coffee?
Oh shit, who are these guys?
And as you promised.
Clark's about to whoop these guys' asses.
Done seeing this planet.
That's why Clark changed her look. I see.
And then come around here to see time come gone. Then be like, ha, I done handi sunny.
What's the sort of house up?
Myself.
Don't look. Dude, that's like mega obvious. Like, seriously? Stay hidden, damn it.
Each time you don't get him clean.
Each time you don't come around here.
I mean, Clark, you still look the same. You should, like, cover your face with, like, mud or something.
Why are you helping me?
My mother was taken by the mountain.
Alright. I like that. Okay.
Jasper, wait!
Whoa!
He hasn't been discharged.
I'm fine.
He's not fine.
Shut up, Raven.
The fuck?
Okay, enough. If you promise to come back in the morning, I will examine you then. Okay?
He's not coming back. What?
You're just gonna let him go?
Yeah, what?
Abby, he had a knife to his throat and he smiled.
Why is everyone, like, fixated on that?
When did the pain start?
It's nothing I can't handle.
You're not handling it. You're lying to your friends. You're lying to your doctor.
Fix yourself, Abby. Maybe if you weren't so busy being chancellor and doctor to avoid your own pain, you'd realize you suck at both jobs.
Damn.
Good talk.
You know what? Everything in this episode so far is making sense. It feels like the writers have, like, figured it out. It's probably my favorite premiere so far.
Tell me about the mountain.
What do you want to know?
There's nothing to tell. I did what I had to do, that's all.
You killed our greatest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Wiped them out by yourself.
Oh shit. Yo. He's pretty hot.
You not put any more up, but you know not be like one come on the way.
There can't be an us or them if we want to survive.
Most people aren't like you, Lincoln.
Are they trying to do like a Romeo and Juliet thing here?
Look at that nice grounder in his uniform. They think it proves we can live together.
It does. Hey, Sunil. Hey, Sunil.
Tree crew? Come round here.
You are there.
Aw, man.
That uniform does.
I like how they're making conflict here. Because it makes me interested. For the first time, I'm interested in Lincoln. So, I like this, but I'm just kind of... Like, where is this all coming from?
You're leaving, huh?
So are you.
Not with you, I'm not.
I'll be right there, Gideon.
Who is that?
I'm sorry. We kept you in the bunker, John. We converted a nuclear warhead into a power source. With the added power, Allie was able to complete the work she began with her creator 100 years ago. I need you.
For what?
Of course you do. We're food for the sea monster, right? I mean, I've seen what she can do.
No, you haven't. Not even closer.
Yeah, yo, Jaha, can we watch the video?
I can tell you about the City of Light, but you won't understand until you experience it yourself.
What is that? So is that like a state of mind, or like...
You're not supposed to take me to the City of Light.
No pain, no hate, no envy.
No thanks.
John.
No. So why don't you get that thing out of my face?
John. We'll decide later.
I don't believe it. What are you waiting for? Come on.
What are the odds?
Change your mind?
Bite me.
He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get laid, bro. She gonna give me that claw job.
Told you he'd come around.
How are you out here? What is projecting her? Is she just...
You were right. I am spread too thin.
I'm still not having that operation.
I'm here as your friend.
That ship has sailed.
Good.
Is she just a bartender or like a waitress, a server? She's like always like appearing with like stuff. Okay, there's still hope. What?
Peace belong to people.
What? What?
Enough!
What is going on with Jasper?
Wait. It's been cut down.
You don't know that.
It's a trap. And you're surrounded. Who is this?
Wanheda.
Okay, guys, so that was season 3, episode 1 of the 100, called Wanheda, part 1. You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. That was a really solid premiere. Probably the best premiere I've seen from the show so far. We've only had literally 3 to choose from, but this was probably the strongest and definitely my favorite, just because I don't know what it is, but it just feels like we've already come to know these characters. We know what they're about. We know what their goals are. They're characters. So now it feels like they're in this role now. So it now feels like now the story can kind of get going. Because it felt like seasons 1 and 2, they were still kind of growing into this role. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just feels like this season is just a breath of fresh air. And I know I said that with season 2, but this legitimately feels different, and for the better. Like it's a positive thing. Don't worry. And I'm really liking what we're doing with all our characters so far. Like the storylines are actually really, really neat and exciting. And gasp, get ready, guys! I like what we're doing with Clark, and I'm really glad that that they're kind of handling her storyline really like it. They have it on a tight leash. They haven't given in, and by what I mean by given in is having her kind of be on her own for the majority of the episode, but then by the end of the episode she like goes back. You know what I mean? That because I always feel like in certain shows, because I'm going to use this as an example, like Supernatural, whenever they tease the boys breaking up, the breakup only really happens for like an episode. You know what I mean? And then they always find their way back to each other. They never really let that storyline or that story beat breathe. Which is why I'm really happy. And I was like kind of like getting a little antsy towards the end. I was like, please don't find your way back to the group yet. Be on your own. Continue to grow. Let me see what you've been doing. Let me see how you've changed. Let me see who you are now. Because so far, I'm digging who Clark is now. I love the change of look. I love that she's kind of on the run. She's known as the Wanheda, which is basically you're marked for death. Everybody's looking for you. I forgot what they said to explain what Wanheda is, but it's not a good thing. And it's bold as hell that this show starts out with a 2-parter for the season. And like I said, it kind of circles back to what I was saying in the beginning with how the excitement for season 3 was like high, because season 2 ends with, what did I write down there? 1.34 million, and then the season 3 premiere is 1.88. So they gained like 500,000 viewers who are interested to see what the storyline was going to be for the season. And I gotta say, I'm really on board. I think they've sold me on what we're doing with Jaha, Murphy, and Allie. I wasn't necessarily like 100% like sold on the complete video where we saw like the two guys kind of coming in and carrying the body out. They're like just spewing out just like expository lines. They're just like, oh, let's get the body out here, before the radiation, blah, blah, blah. It's like, basically stuff to kind of remind you of what's going on. But to me, I'm just like, like, you don't need that line. Like, we know this. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a little strange. And the only other thing that kind of took me out of the episode was the need to have that guy play the piano. That was a little strange. I mean, is he somebody? Am I supposed to recognize who that guy was? Is he supposed to be like some contest winner that's like, oh, you want to play the piano on the CW show? Because, here you go. That's what it felt like. Like he was just there to like play the piano. Because I don't know what it was. It was like, why didn't you just play the song? But it just felt like they had a deal with this guy to do a live performance. I don't know. But then use the song as like a sound piece, like as part of the soundtrack. It was interesting, but it was like, it took me out of the episode, not even gonna lie. What else happened? I'm kind of into what we're doing with Lincoln and Octavia, and here's what I'm talking about. I like when we introduce conflict. When we introduce conflict, it exposes our characters. Like, it exposes like the inner workings of our characters. What makes them tick? What makes them break? What makes them, happy? At their core, what makes them who they are? And if you don't break them, you can't see what they're made of. You know what I'm saying? Because a true test of character is the conflict within them. And that's why I kind of like never really got sold on Clark as in season 2. And I know a lot of you guys kind of gave me like flack for that in the comments, but I'm just, I'm reporting what I see. She felt she was too invulnerable. She was too invincible in season 2, but now, since we're kind of building the plot and kind of like having that revolve around her guilt, you know what I'm saying, and her being on the run and kind of learning to be, kind of like a grounder. She's kind of like on her own, but she has like this connection to this one girl. I forget what the names are. It's going to take me like a couple episodes to remember who these new characters are, because outside of that character who's kind of like cooking up with Clark and like drying her meats or whatever, we got introduced to another character. Apparently Bellamy's married now. Like, what the hell? Like, she's like the bartender or something. And I'm just like, that's kind of like a needless little detail. She's just kind of like, it's like, okay, he's married, but who cares? It's like she didn't really do anything. So I think it was probably just a way to just like, oh, things are different, and here's a new character. You better get used to her. So hopefully they kind of explain, or at least, I don't know, do something to make me care about her, because so far I don't. Which is why I don't really like surprises like that when it comes to season premieres. Like, so far, everything was going so good. But there's just a couple of hiccups along the way that I was just kind of like, if you could have just cut that out, or maybe done that just a little bit differently, maybe I could have, like, enjoyed this episode 100%. But so far, I would say this is probably the strongest episode of the series. I don't know. No other episode really kind of, like, checks so many like boxes for me. Like, I really enjoyed this episode like a lot, and I don't know what it is. It's just clearly something is different. I don't know if it's just because we're already like using established characters, and I'm just like, I'm just excited to see what we're doing with them, or just maybe there's the same change of scenery. Like, it's a fresh take on the show, and I'm excited to see what we're doing with it. the Jaha, Murphy, and Allie storyline continues to be my favorite part of the series so far, at least part of the season so far. Interesting that we brought back Emori, the girl with the big claw arm that kind of robbed us. So interesting to know that she's kind of like pairing with Jaha, and they kind of convinced Murphy to come along with them, like what Allie said. So I feel like Allie is, well, obviously she's bad, but clearly she's manipulating Jaha, right? There's no way he's already kind of like flip the switch. He's not bad. He's being manipulated, right? But I'm interested to see what the crystal is. Like, there's a lot of things they set up, and I'm really interested to see what they have to say in the end, and like, you know, payoff wise. Because yeah, this is probably the first time the show has ever really got me incredibly hooked. I am incredibly pleased that this show was able to kind of like, I guess, take some of my anxiety away from me, because I was kind of worried that we're becoming a little too sci-fi-ish, and that we're just kind of like, I don't know, go a little too overboard. Kind of like that one meme where George Lucas is like, I may have gone too far in a few places. But so far so good. I really enjoyed this. As far as rating goes, I'd probably give it a 9, to be honest. Everything was like working for me. I love Clark's new look, the red hair. I'm loving it. Raven is still a sympathetic character. We didn't see any Wick. They kind of imply that he's gone now, which would suck, because it's like, really? They're just writing him off like that? You know, Abby did make mention that he was like being pushed away, but then they kind of called out Abby for being a shitty character by having Octavia saying that she's shitty at both her jobs. Or was it Raven that said she was shitty at both her jobs? Basically saying, you're a chancellor and a doctor, and you're shitty at both. And I'm like, yes, hello. That's what I've been saying. So yeah, this episode is really good. I'm really enjoying this. Season 3 is shaping up to be my favorite season of the show so far, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. So if you guys were kind of bummed out about my Season 2 reactions, rest not. I think Season 3 is going to be a fun ride, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But until then, I think I'm just going to end it there. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, and you guys want to see this video with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below, or pinned in the top comment. You can't support me on Patreon. You can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share it with your friends. It helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of Season 3, which would be Wanheda Part 2. So stick around, and I'll see you then. Alright guys, adios.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it, and if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.